And I'm back. All right, so yeah, I low-key forgot my point, but I know I was just going over. The last point I said was about the unhealed, and when you don't heal, that's why you get caught up in that energy and want others to be in that same stuck energy with you as well. So that's basically that point. So the next point, like I said already, is kind of just reiterating it, was just attacking my journey, my confidence, and my connection, my spirituality as well. And I just listed all the points of why that was attacked and wanted to make it seem like I, I was the bad person. And that's another thing. I think I might have tweeted this, or I might have said it in another video. I think I tweeted it. No, I posted it. I posted it in a post. That's what it was. Why is it that when you go your own way, one, people have a hard time accepting that you're telling them you see where this doesn't work out for you, you accept that, you break away from it, you move on to find that will work out, to find what will work out for you. They take that as, oh, you think you big and you bad and you better than. That's them insecurities again reflecting, because I didn't say nothing about me being better than or nothing. I said where this does not match or fit me, what I'm looking for, who I am, my characteristics. If I know this don't fit me, why the fuck would I stay? That's delusional. Like a lot of you motherfuckers, which is why y'all stay stuck in that toxic, karmic, negative shit just to have somebody, just to have money, just to be seen, just anything. Settling is what that is. So then we move on, and basically I just said it. My next point was all who I have encountered ain't shit. That's why they want to make me feel as such and toss me away. Every person who I've met, I don't put on no front. I am who I am. Everybody always know that because they always say the same thing. That's why they be so infatuated and be watching like these two. And the one who be telling this little means. They know the spark, they see the light. When they try to compete, because it's always an energy of that secret competition, and they see where they can't keep up, the inspiration turns to envy. And that's where things begin to take a turn, and that's where, they don't want to be there for you. They begin to back up. Their hearts begin to harden, basically. So that's why when I speak on people in the past, and I'm very direct and I'm very, I guess you could say, aggressive with it, when I be like, they could die for all I care. And I don't care, because it's like, you showed me that you didn't. Where I showed up and presented myself for you, and you willingly accepted that at first, but then it was reflected back with how you were really not a match, and that made you upset, is why you turned the switch. But like I say all the time, I just said it with Dion. Instead of getting upset, that should be an encouragement to you for you to do what the fuck you need to do so you can be in that same image. And then you would not have to be upset. You would be just as glad. And you wouldn't have to be trying to see to match me. You would be handling your own energy and walking confidently out and serving in your own energy. You wouldn't even be worried about me no more, because you got it now. You took the inspiration that was there to lift you up to the level that you were supposed to be, and you did what you needed to do. Man, it's going to be a long video because I'm still on the first note. So then, basically, that's why I say I keep succeeding, because I know what the goal is, and I know the method that with them, when they try their attempts. I know what they're trying to achieve with these attempts, and I know the method that they're going to use. Like I said, the main achievement that they're trying to get is to have me in that lower energy of feeling like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve what I deserve, I should be treated less than. The method that they use is by consistently trying to put me in toxic environments, or with toxic people, or people who I get in the connection with all of a sudden turning against me because of something that they didn't lie and sprayed in their ear or whatever the case may be. They use the same method over and over and over and over and over again, just with different people. That's why I say all the time, when y'all people, and I be trying to tell you about your energy, but then you get a little upset. When you do not know how to clear your energy, you are easily manipulated because you don't know yourself. So therefore, your energy is all over the place. You are the puppet. Somebody else is the master pulling the strings. Because you did not clear out when you got that feeling in your system, intruder alert. You probably didn't even get the feeling, because if you don't know how to clear out your energy, that means you're not tapped in. If you tapped in, you're going to get that feeling, intruder alert. You're going to know when somebody is trying to get up in there. You're going to turn around and you're going to see, you're going to check that shit real quick because you got to get the fuck. But when you don't know how to clear your energy, you're easily deceived, easily controlled, easily manipulated, easily used. So, the next point we move on to, I have accomplished a lot. And I've been so focused on just trying to move forward and achieve what it is that I want that I did not really focus on healing. And I say that because emotional healing, not healing. I didn't focus on my emotional healing. And I said that, and that was a shock to me because I be tapped in with my emotions, like I always process it and stuff. And I think that's what it is. Like, yeah, I process my emotions, but when I'm going through things that have hurt me, I don't really process that. It's like, yeah, I know it hurt me, and I'll probably sit there in a minute, but I don't really give it the time that it needs to be. And then what made me realize was that I overcame a lot. And I be so proud of myself. That's why I come on here, on my YouTube and share my journey, because I just be like, man, I accomplished that. Like, go me. So a part of that, I already shared how what I had experienced as far as my living conditions when I broke away from home. And it's like, even with that, when I was experiencing those conditions and I overcame that, that's when all of these lies started coming about. Oh, I think I'm all of that. I think I'm better than. I'm living above my means. And it's like, how is that so? When I ain't never sugarcoat nothing. I literally said I was homeless, sleeping outside. I literally said I didn't slept in my car. I literally said I didn't slept in a shelter. I literally said I didn't slept in hotels, motels. I literally said people who didn't help me out. I ain't sugarcoat shit. All that lets me know is the fact of the matter that I overcame those obstacles and I didn't allow that shit to get me down, and I was able to move forward. That's what you don't like. You wanted that shit to have me down bad on my ass looking fucked up. But I don't. I'm still trucking, still moving, still keeping forward. So that's why you come in with the mindset of, oh, she must think she all of that. Oh, she living above her means. No. I put in the work and did what the fuck I needed to do to get me to where I needed to be. Ain't nobody living above their means. I'm living right where I need to be at. So then, and it's like I realized that today, and it's like, man, for the envy to be that strong, bro, that even during the person being homeless, you're still envious because of the aura that they carry does not have them looking fucked up and down bad. It's like, man, you still looking joyful, happy, good. Like, what the fuck? That envy is great in that sense, because if that was the case, a real person would be like, damn, you really did overcome that. Like, that's a big accomplishment. Like, it's good to talk yourself up. It's good to know what you did. It's good to share your testimony. You know what I'm saying? It's good to share your story. It's good to get that out there. It's good to give advice. So it's like, for somebody to look at that and then see it in a negative sense and then begin to spread lies about it and say how, oh, you think you all of that and you're living above your means, that's fucked up. Because it's like, that shows wickedness and the toxicity and the turmoil within you, for you to take something that a person accomplished and was confident enough to share it. Because a lot of people don't come on YouTube and say that they've been homeless and sharing their story and all happy and willy-nilly and just carefree and not holding. I don't have no shame. That's my thing. I don't have no shame because I have no fear. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I don't duck no smoke. I don't run away from my enemy. Can't even say the goddamn words. I don't run away from no fight of my enemies. Like I said, it's always a learning opportunity, no matter what the circumstances is, no matter who the person is. That's why I said, as far as relationships, even with the toxic shit, that was still something I learned from, because I know how to pick up a red flag quick and get the fuck now. So it's always a learning opportunity for something. That's why I don't duck no smoke. I love to learn really and truly. So I'm always, best experience for me, I guess, is hands-on and visual. So I'm gonna always take that opportunity when it's provided to me, so that way my skills can always strengthen, and I can always learn new skills, grow, expand. I can always elevate myself so that I'm very well equipped. So when a person does come up against me and they asking these questions, how is it that you continue to have the victory? It's because I equipped myself, whereas you guys had yourself stuck in that same negative energy. So then, let me read this because I'm trying to see what I had wrote. All right, let me see. It says, even when I was homeless and made it out, it was the beginning to be said. I think I'm all that as I live my life from breaking free from that. Like, what? To know they want you so... okay, I said that already, though. I know they want you so down bad because you simply saw where they were not for you, regardless of family, and you go towards what is. And that says a lot. For me to leave my own family, because I wasn't kicked out by nobody. They be telling so many lies, girl. Niece and James ain't even know I left that fucking house because they was going out of town for her birthday. It was just me and Dion in there, and we kept getting into it, and it got to a point to where we got into it one time. She said something. She was like, you could leave if you want to, because James already gave me permission to tell you that. I left the next day. James and Denise wasn't in there, and I made sure that they couldn't get in contact with me because I changed my number, everything. So they didn't even see me when I left. And they don't even know why I left, and whatever Dion told them, that's what they ran with. So, anyways, that's the reason why I left. So for me to be able to leave family members who are not for me because you refuse to heal that mucky energy and want to continue to pass that on and have people stuck in the same energy as you, it's like, no, this doesn't serve me. I'm going to go to an energy and environment that serves me, that's going to help me grow and uplift me and better me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for an energy, I'm looking for an environment that will allow me to plant my seeds and that I can harvest them. Not a dead environment that ain't going to give me no growth and no fulfillment. I don't want that shit. This is not fruitful land. This is barren land, and that's not what I'm looking for. So then we with the leaving, that's basically saying, like, I left them, I left Daniela and James, I left these dudes. I'm not playing that toxic shit. I do not settle, bro. I'm not about to just sit and be miserable and endure bullshit just to say family, just to say a man, just to say a house, just to say a car. I know what I'm capable of and the skills that I possess for me to be able to get up off my ass, go out there and get that shit my fucking self and be at peace, be happy, and be free, not be bound to misery, stuck, miserable, and then probably got to sacrifice and limit to yourself for what you want to do and what you want to enjoy just to appease another so you could feel like you could get what you want and they can get what they want. No, no, I'm not about to do that. That's bullshit. I'm not living my best life in that type of energy, and I'm not about to do it. So then we go on to it causes them to have to face themselves, point blank period, because I'm not sucking up to them. I'm not letting them get over with their flaws. Like I said, I see where it doesn't fit me, it doesn't suit me, it's not best for my needs, and I accept that and I go on. When you accept that, that's that mirror, that reflection that begins to show them exactly themselves and what it is about them that you are not accepting. But because they haven't accepted that about themselves to work on it, they want to project and make it seem like you're the issue because they have yet to deal with the issue within themselves. I already know that mindset. Like I said, family was the first learning stage for me to learn what I need to learn to go out here into the world. So it's like that projection shit, when people talk through projections like strangers or whatever the case may be, you can't use that shit on me because family didn't already did that shit. So I already know when a person is projecting and it's like, this is my personal business. So it's like I already know when family is like, I already know when a person is doing that. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is that they are trying to achieve because family has done that so much that I already know what that method is and what that scheme is. Projections cannot work on me. Like I said, you cannot get me to feel how you want me to feel about myself and the direction that I'm taking for my life when I'm the conductor. I take a lot of time to tune in with spirit and with myself, so I'm very self-aware. I know what emotions are me, and I know when somebody else is wanting me to feel a different type of way. That shit is not about the work. I'm going to send that right back to you and have you feeling that 10 times more before you trying to play with me. No, we're not about to do that, bro. So then we go on to the next point. Motherfucker all in my face. Like, mind your business. Anyways, with this, like I said, I don't have no pride. I don't have no shame. I'm going to reach out. If I know I can reach out, I'm going to reach out. I'm not hiding nothing. I don't feel like I have to be like, oh my God, I don't want such and such to know. No, I could give a fuck. It's like, what am I hiding? What could you say about me? Because at the end of the day, nothing has me down bad. Everything that I'm doing is to move forward. It's all about your perspective and how you look at it. Starting over is cause for you to find another route to achieve and get what it is that you want. Not for you to stay stuck and focus on what it is that you lack and don't have. And I think because I'm so self-aware and I know what I contain inside, I could give a fuck about what I don't have materially. And I thank God that I always felt alone as a child, and I thank God of the abandonment I did receive as a child. Because of that, I do not have attachments to anything, really. I thought I did, but I don't. I'm able to let anything go, like literally. So it's like, when it comes to it, that's why I don't get easily caught up in that mindset of lacking. Oh, I'm out here and gotta start over, and I don't have this and that. Like, man, you may not see that shit right now. Give me a little time. You're gonna see it in a couple minutes. This is just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, my circumstances never define me, it's my character. And that's what people get so upset about with me, because you can see that shit through my aura, and it's like, I put in work to work on my character, bro. I be serious about that shit. So it's like, you cannot get upset with me for something that I take time and that is valuable to me. So I'm going to give time to it to make sure that it's where it needs to be. Whereas you not doing that. If you're not doing it, you're not going to get it. So obviously, like, you can't get mad at me for doing the work to receive something that I want, and you not doing the work, but you want to receive something. You're lazy. That's all that is. And you want to steal it from people who are doing the work. No, you're not about to steal from me. I put in my work for this, baby, and it's hard work, but it's very much so valuable. Because at the end of the day, shit like this, nobody can put you down, and nobody can fuck up your mindset, and you can't ever feel like you're gonna fail. There's always a way. And when you have that mindset, you will always succeed. It's never failure. It's always learning. And when you learn, you know how to make something out of nothing. So, moving on to the next point. the universe was testing me, and I feel like when they test me, they allow for that dark magic that family be doing to hit me to see how am I gonna move about and will I succeed. And it's like, yeah, I do every time because, like I said, I already know what the end game is. I already know what the method is. So it's like, why would I allow me to get caught up in that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel sorry for myself. And it's like, it's always an energy of how I show up, because I show up all rip because I'm confident in myself. So it's like I don't want to say it's like a here, let me show you what I can do, but it's like, no, here, I did this for you because I want to let you know I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that energy of testing me to see if I'm gonna feel like, oh, I'm down, woe is me, lackluster. No, making me feel sorry for showing up for people, and it's like, no, I don't feel that's who I am, and I can't feel sorry for who I am. It's the people who aren't able to reciprocate me well. That's all that it is, but it's not me. I've been constant and been a factor and been the same with everybody. And the thing that I've seen with people, like I stated earlier, they always, when they first meet me, they become so infatuated with me and they always be so astonished. It puts them in that fucking secret competition, and then when they see that they can't keep up, that's when it becomes the envy. And that's when it's that energy of trying to make me feel less than, like I'm not good enough, like I shouldn't be confident and all of that, just because that's how they feel. Why are you trying to keep up with me when you in your own body? Keep up with yourself. And that's why I always continue to elevate. I be surpassing myself because I'm not competing with nobody but me. And I ain't even competing with me. I'm just trying to reach my higher self. My focus be myself. People can call it selfish, but it's like, man, at the end of the day, the shit that they say, if you cannot do for yourself, pour into yourself, love yourself, give to yourself, you cannot do that for nobody. And I've just provided multiple examples of that with family and with dudes. They don't have the capability of loving, which is why they did not have the capability of loving me, because they do not love themselves. The proof is in the pudding. So then, like I said, I showed up for Glock, I showed up for Kevin, I showed up for Marshawn. None of them showed up for me. And then Glock and Kevin kept pestering me. So then it was like, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't meant to be, we ain't meant to be. I'm not about to force that, unlike Kevin and Glock. But then it's like, they all still watch though. But the two continue to pester. You don't want to show up. You want to act nonchalant. You want to play mind games. Then you want to come in and with these hard ass emotions when you feel like a person is breaking away. And then when somebody's blocking you, you making sure to get their attention. It's like, why are you men so afraid of your emotions? Like, I don't understand. Well, I do. Because it's how you was raised, basically. But it's like, man, at the end of the day, if you feel like when you grew up, y'all always talk about y'all have no emotional outlet and y'all feel like y'all have to suppress that. As a leader of your own life, it's up to you to change that shit. And if you feel like you tried to change it, but the ones around you was not benefiting to where you could do it properly, that means you needed to change your surroundings, not change opening up. So then we move into the next point, and I was like, man, I wish Kevin Loki stopped posting them shorts to try to get my attention because I'm not looking for him. Like I said, him and Glock did so much to a point to where I really just hate them two motherfuckers. So it's like, I'm not checking for y'all. His ass blocked on Insta and my Twitter private. And then I just unblocked Kevin on Insta, because I had to blow that shit up. But I just unfollowed him on YouTube as well, because it's like, bro, I'm not checking for none of y'all, bro. I know they still be subscribed to me watching my shit, because they gon' post a short when they feel like it's necessary to respond. But I'm like, man, I gotta unfollow y'all, because I can't protect my sanity and my peace. I'm not checking for you because y'all have literally ruined it for me. Like, when it comes to y'all two, I feel like it's just no mercy or no rekindling for them because they've lived through. When you abuse something so much, you run it through the ground. I don't know how you gonna recover that. But anyways, basically, I already touched on the Glock and the Kevin Gates situation and just how I hate them and everything that they did. Like I said, with Glock, that nigga had me so shocked. I'm like, Key, is this you? This how you act? And it's like with both of them, all of that, I feel like that lame ass shit, all that money that y'all got, that, come on now. Y'all act so lame, bro. And it's not even cute or funny. And it's like, bro, it's like motherfuckers like that, you just don't want nothing from. Because you do too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, moving on. So it's like, gots to know, tune into Nola Bounce Life. Y'all, check out my girl. Check out my girl, and I forgot her name. Girl. Jazzy out the mouth. There we go. There you go. She be saying that too. Gots to know. It's my girl, man. But tune in, y'all. But anyways, getting back to it. I hope I do go to Mardi Gras. Be back home for Mardi Gras. Get my one little action in before I go out the country. Sounds like a win-win. But anyways, yeah. Oh, on here, and then another note I put, I was like, man, I never hated two people so much in my life. But then again, I always hated bullies. But that's just gonna bring out another side of me because it's like, why are you deflecting your hurt onto another person? That's so bitch made. Take that shit up with yourself and stop being afraid to look at yourself. So then, one thing that I said earlier when I spoke, and I was like, all who I encounter ain't shit. And that's why they be trying to make me feel like I'm not shit. And a part of that is when you reach out and you specifically ask for help or whatever the case may be. If I'm asking you for help and I'm already having the funds, I just need to give the funds to you for you to do. Let me give a more specific example. So like I said, I was working on my credit, right? That was affecting me with getting a rental car, so I wasn't able to get it by myself. Someone would have to have their car underneath their name, and they would have to add me on as an authorized user. So I would make sure to have the deposit money, the authorized user, the rental car, and insurance just to give to a person. All I need for you to do is book the reservation and add me on as an authorized user. That's it. Do you know how many people would be like, no, especially dudes, because that's mostly the people that I have around me to ask. And it's like, with that, it gave me a realization is y'all be so quick to want ask a person to have sex and you barely even know them, and that shit I don't fucking understand. It's like, slow down. I don't know you. But y'all want to be so quick to ask a person to have relations that you don't know. But when a person's trying to come to you on some, trying to advance themselves, and they don't even need you to do everything for them, like I said previously, help is when you only need a little assistance and you have the bulk of it yourself. You just need probably just a little bit to complete it, and that's it. So in a situation like this, when a person is coming to you with proper help, they got the bulk of it. Like I said, I had all the money. I just need you to make the reservation. That's it. And I can pick the car up because I'm already on there as an authorized user. When a person does that, that doesn't show you how they have their priorities. They can go ahead and research. They can go ahead and handle their business. They already have this shit taken care of. They're giving you the money up front. Fuck the deposit, to be honest with you. That shit I really don't have to give to you because that's supposed to be coming back. So it's like I'm really giving you an extra $250 out my fucking pockets. So it's like, even in this sense, you still making extra money. You don't want to do that. but you won't fuck somebody you don't know. Make that make sense? Like, that don't make no sense to me, bro. Like, I just don't understand that shit. That's wild as fuck. But anyways, moving on to the next point. So I had reached out to, who did I reach out to? And I feel like the universe allowed me to reach out to people in the past recently just to see. It was said how I left. They don't know why I left. They were treating me right, treating me well. As I was on my journey, because I left and you wanted to make it a point to where by me leaving y'all, I was going to endure so much bad shit, and not because I was enduring so much bad shit, that's the reason why I should have stayed and not left. So the universe allowed me to reach out, and I feel like to prove a point. I left in the beginning on my own accord because I saw what was happening with that toxic ass shit, regardless of the lies that they wanted to spread, right? I ain't even down bad on my ass, but in a situation where I do need a little assistance, and let's say if it was a situation where they would want me, like how they be hoping and praying on your downfall, ooh, I hope they get into a situation such and such like this to where they need to call an ex, right? When I call an ex, it's still the same shit. It's still the same shit of the toxic shit, and it's still the same shit of not wanting to really do. And it's with two examples. One is with Paul. And even though I was messaging him, and it was like, bro, I do not want to, like, I was hating every single bit of that shit, but I just felt like the universe was like, nah, do it for a reason, and I see why. He called me. I knew that motherfucker. I knew he was gonna call because he been tweaking to talk to my ass. He even said that. He was like, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you for months, and then I blocked him right after that. But when he called, he was like, it was back on the same shit. It might just a little hard. No apology. I don't know why you left, and we could have still been cool. And what the girl named Andrea? He was like, Andrea's still here and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, the fact of the matter that you haven't changed one bit, you didn't even feel like anything you did you had to apologize for, you're still stuck in the same ways. And then we was talking, and he was asking me where I was going. I was like, I'm about to go to the shelter. And he was like, where did you go when you left here? And I was like, I was at the hotel, paying for hotels. And he was like, see, if you would have just stayed with Hero, me, Andrea, then you wouldn't have to be worried about that. We used to be smoking and drinking and all that. And I'm like, bro, the universe did that, had that simple conversation with him to allow me to see what everybody else is saying, especially family. If you would have just stayed, you wouldn't have to such and such.